Gemini, second half of November 2024. So let's have a look what is the main theme for you, beautiful Gemini. All right. Oh, father, husband, brother, son. So it's all about taking their responsibility, in fact, fatherhood attitude. And we see here Osiris, in fact, he was a husband of Isis. And this is patronizing the high priestess. So it's a really, really powerful theme for the second half of the month, I would say, much more meditative and slightly introspective. I remember how for the whole November, there was this Ace of Cups for you as a theme, dear Gemini. So you recollect the harvest, but when you recollect the harvest, you want to collect it responsibly, right? Just like a father, not just like overtaking, but taking just the right thing, because it also all the harvest needs to be recollected properly, right? So when autumn comes, we have to do all the work right, and then father steps into the game. We have that responsibility to collect all the leaves in our backyards. Those who are living in Canada, US, in the cold climate, you probably can connect to that, right? We also, if we plant something in the autumn, we need to collect everything. We cannot just leave it there in the garden rotting. So this card actually is stepping into the game, showing how we recollect all the harvest responsibly and clean all the territory and prepare it for the new season to come, right? Because it depends a lot how we collect the harvest, how we clean the territory, how we will do all these works, in fact, so that the new will be planted in future in a proper way, right? So that type of theme I feel for you, dear Gemini, specifically for the second half of November. So literally doing your work responsibly, right? Collecting the harvest, cleaning the territory so that the new will be planted in a proper way in the next season. All right, so let's also have a look at how can you go through this period in a way which will be the best way for you. How can you ride this cycle of collecting this harvest in a responsible way, in the best way for you? What are the specifics of this month, what you can build onto, what you can avoid actually during these months, which kind of traps during the second half of the month, right? Clearly, I see that responsible and cleaning attitude, collecting some hard work at the same time. The results which appear, you collect them, but there is much more to come in the next season. So in fact, it's kind of like that preparatory work still, which prepares you for much more in the next season to come. And inwardly, you Gemini, you actually know it. You are clearly building something. You are working onto something. Seems like it. All right. So let's have a look at it. Six of Wands. 10 of Pentacles. Strengths. 8 of Pentacles. Yes, so it's clearly your quite career-related spread I see in here. Page of Swords, and continuously you have those doubts, concerns, too much mental activity here is involved as usual for Gemini. The Fool. 6 of Pentacles. 9 of Wands, so continuous disturbance of actually energy I can see here, but that energy disturbance is coming mostly from the disturbance of your mind, dear Gemini, as a stemming point. 5 of Pentacles. The Tower. 7 of Cups. Right. And Justice. I feel like we need really to have one more card draw here just to finalize that reading for you, and that is fair judgment. So these two cards, they are coming together about sound fair judgment. And I am really wondering if you will keep on moving with that sound fair judgment like a sword which this Queen of Justice is holding here in her right hand, right? I am wondering what will be if you keep on moving with that fair justice, fair judgment in you, what will be in there? King of Wands. King of Wands. So you will be able to actually restore your energy, and the restoration of that energy, what it will bring to you. What it will bring to you by the end of this cycle, by the end of this month. So it's all about energy. In fact, I see another active card on the energy. So you need to really pay attention to everything related to your energy healing work, because only through that you will be able to pass through all around circles, all the circles around you, which will be swirling. You will be able to pass through and sit still and really collect all the harvest properly. Okay, so what I see here, first of all, you want, as I mentioned already, to pay attention to your energy. If you don't pay attention to your energy, what is happening is that energy may bring actually disturbance, destructions along the way, right? So I can see how these two cards are staying too close to each other, and there is a reason for that. But there is a way out of this through balancing your heart center. Basically doing any kind of cleansing work with your emotions, meaning that through this period there might be lots of disturbances happening even when you recollect the harvest. But the interesting thing is, if you don't really pay attention to your heart, don't really pay attention to your energy, many things may start happening which kind of like, wait, Yulia told me that I'm recollecting my harvest, but I start seeing this. But that is the thing. There may be like, if the energy is disturbed, there may be certain cracks in the crop, right? So we never have the crop until it is collected. So we never have that attitude that the crop is ready until it's truly ready, because in the very last moment, birds may come and eat everything, right? So that attitude of a farmer to really truly recollect the crop, be responsible for that crop collection, doing it right, not just thinking that it's already, all is here, but there needs to be done work to actually collect it, that type of work. And really watching over your emotions, really watching over your energy center, really watching over your thoughts, so that those thoughts, right, like this Page of Swords, would not disturb you along the way while you are doing your sacred work, and you are literally weaving your reality through that spider, like a spider, your pentacles. And this is the card of rewards, right? So what is truly recommended through this period for you is to have that sound judgment, that logical approach, and always asking yourself, what is the next right step to do for myself, and does it make sense or not? Doing lots of reflective work, because every move here, every small weaving of your thread matters to create the final picture, okay? And I see also that truly nurturing attitude to your project wherever you are involved into. You don't want to, in fact, start too many experiments. This is a warning sign. This is the experiential sign. You don't want to start too many experiments like that Page of Swords. Hey, new idea has come out of the blue. No. You want to stand stable and still during this cycle. And this guy is weaving his web in a stable way. He's not already into too much swirling around. Imagine he will start swirling, then all the web will be distorted, right? because guess what? If you go into too much swirling, guess which card is going after it? The Fool. All right, and that is the Fool. It's not here even the Innocence. It's actually the Fool as the Fool, you know? And the Fool is falling down a lot of times. His foundation is cranky, you know? It's not really, look, he is walking over a cracked moon. Any other step may be the last one. So it's just like a warning sign for you. And just keep focusing. The other card after that, keep focusing on nurturing. There was the card set before these two cards, the Strength and Ten of Pentacles, and again the nurturing card for you, so that you would continuously work over your project without those disturbing thoughts, disturbing doubts, you know, something happened again, something happened, because you literally may, with those doubts and concerns, destroy what you are currently building. Okay, so that is, in fact, I would say the main reading for you. But eventually, if you follow those tips, how I framed it for you, those action steps, right, continuously being in that mode of, you know, you continue doing it. And if any kind of concerns, doubts, put it on paper, pen and paper, and then continue weaving your reality. Continue having that nurturing motherhood attitude in you. Continue dealing with everything with that loving strength in you. Continue these two repeating cards, having that sound judgment, not reactiveness. And then eventually everything will end up well, just like for this Queen of Cups, all right? Now, I would love really to understand what is, in fact, the best thing for you to focus on in your current state, so that you would not really get out of that balance and would not go to that full state, right? When to that cranky state, to fall down, right? When there are too many ideas. What can you do specifically, dear Gemini? Because that kind of lack of perseverance here and there steps into the game. And this seems like to be a very important period for you to keep moving forward, to keep doing those deliberate actions, you know, in your project, because this also seems like a predestined period for you to resolve many things. And a lot depends how you will collect current crop. It may not be a huge crop, but a lot depends on how you collect it. A lot depends how you weave the thread through this period, okay? So if you do it correctly, the next season might be truly much more abundant for you. So let's have a look at how you can actually protect yourself from too many ideas during this period. And you are the master in that. And how can you develop that steady momentum in you? How specifically? Let's have a look at it. Ace of Cups. All right. Wheel of Fortune. It's exactly what I was telling you, that is some kind of predestined period, very important period for you, Gemini, through which you are coming, and how important this part of the thread, that another part of the thread will be woven correctly. So we see only right now with you, Gemini, probably a small part, but the whole schema is so amazing. You are only weaving here only part of it for preparatory phase, and even the crop is not that big, but it will be eventually big in future. Five of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. All right. Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Eight of Swords. So again and again, I see how those thoughts, right? They are weaving there. So I want to see how we can battle all this, establishing healthy boundaries. We are coming back to that understanding. And King of Swords. All right, so it's so going into the conjunction with these two cards, the Justice and Judgment, and King of Swords, a rationality, and at the same time deep openness and truthfulness with yourself. So It's very, very important. And to establish healthy boundaries with absolutely anything and everything around you, what just does not serve you, okay? Through this process, because you're like that farmer preparing right now for the next period. And you really need to watch absolutely everything what tries to take something from your garden, to suffocate you, and you want just to extinguish them from your garden, to continuously cleanse your garden from those vicious snakes, you know, those doubts, concerns. So that's very, very important. And only in that case, you will be able to see much more opportunities and abundance. Do you see how they go actually in conjunction together, these two cards? And it just says that you're already sitting onto something truly valuable. Truly valuable. You're like sitting like that bird, and probably you do not see all the value, but that value actually will be even augmented in future. That's how I feel about your current situation, dear Gemini. And it's really, really a very important predestined period for you. Maybe it's even wiring from your past lives. Just like there is something in there, in that period which is happening. It's like that period which prepares you for something more to come, and how you come through this collection of crop period will determine what will be next. Can you imagine? That's how it's working out. All right, so I hope you are fully equipped, dear Gemini, what to do in this second half of the month scenario, and you will really ride this cycle amazingly well.